What are tips and tricks for beginner players? Someone new to the game, what should they know? Now, whether you play through the tutorial or not, you will be starting at level 1 with 33 XP, and the world is basically locked to you, no matter how hard I tried. So go ahead and talk to Merle Ambrose and get started in Unicorn Way. One thing you should definitely know about questing in Wizard101 is that there's two different types of quest. You have your main story quest, and you have your side quest, which eventually this person will give us. The main quest will help you go through the main story. That is the fastest way to actually level up and finish the game. The side quests are a little long. Sometimes there are repeat quests, so if you want to do those, you can kind of complete the main quest and the side quest at the same time. This will allow you to get extra XP, so if maybe you're failing on a boss, maybe you can get a few extra levels by doing that. You do get some pretty cool rewards by completing the side quests, but they're not necessary to actually finish the game. Now let's be honest, this game never really ends. There are constant updates to the game. We have a total of 4 arcs currently right now with hundreds of quests through just the main story. So if you're ready to play, it's about to be fun. Make sure you do have a membership, otherwise this game ends approximately 2 hours because the first few quests go pretty fast and they haven't unlocked the first world yet. So yes, Wizard101, rather than just unlocking the first arc, hashtag make Wizard City free. Now that we're about to quest, one thing is we will have to come back to this man as soon as we're done with the quest. So if you want to speed up some things, click this mark location right here, which will leave you a teleporter, which you can teleport back to this spot as soon as you need to come back and talk to Prophet Kindly. Now I kind of just skipped through the dialogue here, but if you are playing free to play or you really just want to know the story, there's a really awesome story being told here throughout the quest. So listen to every single dialogue. It could be long, maybe it's a little boring, but if you want to just skip through it while you're playing, I am actually working on a full Wizard City movie. The link for it will be in the description down below. I'm gonna be releasing these movies for every world here in this game, so you can actually just sit back and just watch the story unfold rather than do it while you're questing. Make sure you subscribe, don't miss out on all the full movies. Now we got our first quest to defeat some lost souls. One thing about running around, if you don't want to get into battle, stay on the sidewalks. They cannot get you from here. If you get a little too close, you will be dragged into battle. Make sure you always have full health and full mana before getting into a battle. If you have less health, they will most likely beat you fast. If you have no mana, you will not be able to cast any spells. Now, a tip that is not really told in the tutorial is how to set up your deck. If you head over here to the book and go to the spell decks or press P, you'll be able to see your starter deck. Right now, we have 1 card. You can see all 3 of them are in my deck. But our wand gives us all these extra spells and a % accuracy. But we are a fire wizard, so we don't really want to have all these cards. We are stronger when we cast fire spells. You can use these spells, they will give damage, but to me, it is kind of a waste of time when you really want to get to your fast, heavy hitting spells that you're strong with. So by simply clicking on these, they will X out the cards, and these will not spawn in your deck, because rather than shuffling through your deck because you have more than 7 cards and discarding certain cards, all my cards are quickly in my hand and I can hit first round. Now I know we're not that far, but we did create a teleport so we can head back. We just finished our first quest and we can turn these in. Now I don't really know why you would do this at an early stage unless you're trying to complete a challenge, but as you can see, we have 44 experience points and we only need 1 more point to get to the next level. We can lock our level at level 1. Locking your level means that you won't gain any levels until you unlock the button. Any experience points you earn after locking your level will be restored when you click the unlock level button. So by quickly clicking yes, we are locked at level 1. So after we claim this and he gave us some XP points, we did not level up. If you look at our quest guides here, You see that they have the stars. This means this is a main quest line. Here is what our reward is for completing each of these quests. So we would get 45 experience points for completing this quest. But like I said, we locked our experience. Now this could be used for certain things later on in the game. For pet training, when you do have energy, every time you level up, it will be restored from 0 to full. So say we have 40 right now, we're about to level up. It's best that we actually go and train our pets or spend this energy in the garden. So we'll keep it locked until we're done with this. Once this is 0 and we have no energy, because it actually takes 5 minutes per 1 energy to build back up. So you actually have to wait some time. So this is a great way to actually capitalize on the energy cost by locking your wizard. So if we unlock our wizard now and we go and do a quest, we are now level 2, and this would have been refilled, and as you can see, we actually gained some experience there. I don't know what's going on with this time. It's broken. What the crap? I gotta wait for the timer now. Sorry. What? I think we broke something. But like I said with the quest, here we have a quest to go defeat 2 skeletal pirates, and now this person has an exclamation mark over their head. If we go ahead and talk to them, they will be giving us a quest to go defeat a skeletal. So there you go, they let you know too. Quests are marked with stars, part of the main story. Side quests are optional, but allow you to gain additional rewards, so we can get a really good ring. By completing this quest, we'll get extra experience and some gold. So this does help out, and as you can see, the quest is to fight a skeletal pirate, which we're about to go do for our main story quest. But we have an option to either decline or accept. So if you ever get an option to decline, then that means this is not a main story. You do not have to do it. But why not? Let's get some extra points. I'm gonna go do this side quest. Don't forget to mark your area. Let's go. So as you can see, when you jump into battle, there is only 1 player in the game along with me, and my quest is to defeat 2, so I'm gonna have to do multiple games. But if you have an extra player with you, a friend, or just a random wizard that's actually doing the same quest as you, you guys can actually knock out the quest by simply jumping into each other's battles. This will add an extra pirate, and you guys can actually quest faster throughout the game. Now I know I said teleporting is great, but one thing you should always do as well is walk around these areas. While you're walking around, you're gonna find these reagents laying on the ground. You can collect these. Later on, these would be used for crafting recipes, which you can make permanent spells, new gear sets, housing items, things like that. These are very useful, so it's best to, while you're walking around, to just pick them up. Also, they're really good if you want to just sell these for quick gold, even though I really wouldn't, because you never know when you might actually need something. As you collect gear, always add it on. You'll be getting new gear from quests or even fighting some bosses depending on what their drops are. So whenever you do get them, check your inventory, put them on. If they are stronger, the real thing you're trying to look for is some extra damage, maybe some resistance to certain spells, or accuracy like we have here. But health and mana are always good as well. Now, we don't have any other gear. This is not really gonna help us. We are already fire, so this is giving us fire defense. So if someone attacked us with fire, that'll just help us with some extra resistance against that spell. But any protection is better than no protection. Now we've made it to level 4, and we actually got some pretty good gear now. So let's go ahead and put it on. We got a little more fire defense. But the newest thing we just got is the mount. Now, this is a 1-day mount. Okay, if you are planning to play most of the day, this is good. This is gonna allow you to speed up so much faster all your walking by 40%. But if you're not planning on rolling through your quest right now and trying to be fast, I wouldn't waste this. There are other ways to buy mounts that are 1 day, and we could buy ourselves a permanent mount with gold as well. I'm trying to stay the free route here without spending crowns. The only thing I think that you should buy when you're first starting out playing is the membership, so you could play. But like I said, if you're not planning on playing for that month, or you only have a few days, then yeah, I probably would not spend your money quite yet. Alright, now it's time for our first boss fight. Here's our quest to search for Rattlebone. Now this is a boss tower. I know we did set our deck to get rid of all these extra spells. You shouldn't need any extra spells, but if you are having trouble fighting this boss, go ahead and give yourself some extra spells back. Something you will learn early on when fighting bosses is if you guys are the same school, it's going to be very hard for you to win the battle. So say I was Death and we're fighting a Death boss, we both will be resisting each other, which makes the gameplay so much harder. Along with most boss towers now have 2 people you are fighting against. Some boss towers you can actually get some help with. Maybe a friend will come in with you, or you can see if you can request some help from some random people around. So say you do need that extra boost and I was Death and this was the only spell I had to fight against him, I could end up adding a Thunder Snake or a Fire Cat because he won't resist this spell as much as he would the Death spell. So just keep that in mind when playing. Sometimes you might have to change your strategy to help fit you best. Early on, we don't have many spells, but we will get higher spells soon. One thing about these boss fights, when there are multiple opponents, to try and take out the lowest health one first, so it goes back to 1v1. Because right now, the longer they both play the game, I'm getting attacked twice while they're only being attacked once. So just like that, we're back to 1v1, and I feel a whole lot better about fighting this fight. Now we got ourselves some new boots after completing that boss fight, and it has a new symbol. Now Wizard101's not really good at explaining what all these symbols are. You really have to deep dive into what they are. But this is an added attack bonus. It is +2. The open hand is flat damage to the fire school. A closed hand will be a full percentage damage to the fire school. Here we would have a percent added to our attack. Here we have a +2. So as you can see, our spell here goes either between 80 to 120. So say we hit that 120, now it goes off of our actual stats here, and it's either going to add a percentage or it's going to plus the 2. So the open hand's not really that great because now our damage is just 122 when a percentage point could almost double this. So that's always good to check when you're putting on your gear and buying new stuff. Now we've completed the main story of Unicorn Way, but there are a lot of side quests still left behind. Here in Wizard101 you can actually gain yourself badges. There's certain badges you can get for just your school. There's a bunch of random badges you can get, like just having no title at all. There's a bunch of world badges that you can get, like defeating 50 undead. And as you level up as a fire mage, you will unlock other fire badges as well. Now they don't really tell you how to get these badges, but one way to do it is by completing all the quests in certain areas. So if we wanted to be the savior of Unicorn Way, we can go finish all the side quests in here and we will save Unicorn Way and we will gain that title, and everybody around us could actually see our title over our head right underneath our name. But now we have unlocked some new areas. We are back in the commons and we are going over to the library. Here at the library, we actually get access to treasure cards. Currently, we do not have any money, but if we wanted to, we could actually purchase ourselves some of these treasure cards, which are just extra cards that we don't have access to yet. And we can actually buy the temporary one-use spells to give us that edge during a battle. Like this one here, which would give us 35% extra fire damage to our next spell. So these are always really good to come and look at, especially this card right here, the reshuffle. So say we wasted all of our cards and we still couldn't win the duel, we can reshuffle our deck back into our hand and continue playing. So if you quite don't have access to some of these spells, this is a great spot to go through the library, which he also has access to the bazaar. The bazaar is basically a market of all the wizards that actually play the game, selling each other's spells, and this is where you can find them. You can come here, buy whatever spells you would like, and you can also sell whatever spell you would like to make some extra gold on the side. Now here at the library, you only have access to the bazaar to buy and sell treasure cards. If you want full access to the real bazaar, you will have to head over through the shopping district and into Old Town. The bazaar is on your right as soon as you enter that area. There are other quick ways to get there. By clicking the social tab, you can actually see where everybody is at. These are people that have put their location on, and whether they're your friend or not, you can actually just teleport to them and either help them with what they're doing or just do a quick teleport, so you can actually speed travel to wherever you need to go, so you don't actually have to walk there. So we actually have some people here right now in the bazaar. Now if you're feeling friendly, you can actually put your name on this list as well by clicking this button, so people will actually see where you're at, and if they feel like they can teleport to you at any time. Now this could be dangerous because if you're teleporting to a certain area, they might be in a duel. So just be careful where you're teleporting to. You can also put right here for volunteer for a team up, so maybe you guys can quest together and find yourself a questing buddy. And just like that, we are back where we started. We are now level 5. So this is level 1 to level 5 tips and tricks on what you should know starting out to help make the gameplay a little bit easier. We should now have more access to the world, so I will see you in the next video down below on the left, or if you're looking for something else, YouTube recommends the video here on the right for you to watch next. Make sure you guys like and subscribe for more. I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.